Hey guys, welcome back to Cyra's Life Vlogs. Today I will talk to you about something very close to my heart, and that is my job seeking journey here in the US as a new immigrant. Yay! I know I've asked this in the last video, I think, and there may have been some responses that would have been really helpful. So I was looking for videos like this before. And I figured, well, I can make one myself na lang whenever I am in that moment where I am employed. And now I'm employed, so I'm gonna do that video. So if you're like me and new to the country, trying to figure out how to start your career, this vlog is for you. Don't forget to
subscribe to my channel.
Let's rewind back to December 2023. Hindi pa ako officially employed. So I have my cousins with long-term healthcare business. So I sort of volunteered as an unpaid intern. Pero during that process, I was already trying to, beef up my LinkedIn profile, Indeed profile. I would look at videos about, polishing up with your interview skills, how it is like working in corporate America. Basically, the whole theme was making sure I was ready for when that time comes. I will get an interview. Syempre, may konting kaba pa rin. May konting kaba. Hindi mawawala yon kasi this is the first time that I am, looking for opportunities. Duh, I've never been here. But yeah, I beefed up my skills, my resumes. I researched, I geeked out, so it really helped me. And again, the most important part of the puzzle was getting myself through it and the actual experience, and that was to work for my cousin's business. So I volunteered. It was great. It really helped me a lot. This gave me my first glimpse of how it feels like to work in the US, and for that I will forever be grateful to my cousins. The pace, the tools, yung communication style, and during that time, na timing din na nakuha ko na yung lisensya ko, yung driver's license ko. So I also practiced, of course, driving from the house to their office. I was just probably fortunate that may network na ganon. If you also see yourself in an opportunity na parang may kakilala kayo and then you just wanna probably help out, see how it's like, then I strongly urge you to grab this opportunity because this could be really helpful for you. Again, I also mentioned that at the same time in December, I also focused on legal essentials. So I waited for my green card and studied for my driver's license. Again, may license na ako. These are super important because most jobs will ask for a valid ID. December, I got my green card. I know generally in Washington, they'll need a permanent resident card, state-issued driver's license, syempre yung social security mo, sometimes a passport for identity verification. Later, on a per employer level, I'll let you know kung ano yung mga hiningi sa akin. So, okay, January 2024, I was hitting the ground running while I was volunteering in my cousin's business. I was also continuously updating my LinkedIn profile. I practiced my interview skills, especially answering with confidence. I wouldn't typically call myself as a person na medyo overwhelmed and intimidated sa English sa English language. I mean, I think I can hold up pretty well. It's just that it's different. This is still a second language for me, and I sometimes find myself looking for the right words to say. I still pause the fact that this is a different environment for me. I really practiced, and lahat na lang ata ng mga pasok dun sa skills at experience ko, in-applyan ko. I can confidently say that I really worked on looking for a job. Like, I really worked hard. I was very proactive because I came here with a mission, I want to make that happen for me. And I was very committed to that. The one thing that I have observed, for some reason, cover letters, they really help. It increased my chances of getting an interview. So what are the types of jobs that I tried applying for? In the Philippines, I worked in digital marketing for well over 11 years. There's an expectation, syempre, na parang when you go to a new country, you have to start from scratch, and that's totally fine with me. So I tried applying for different roles like admin, even salesperson, anything that I can get my hands on, especially since time is of the essence. You want to make money, you want to hit the ground running, you want to start something, but unfortunately that wasn't in the cards for me. So I didn't get a lot of callbacks. I tried applying for a grocery store nearby. I tried applying for like, mga small to medium businesses, like yung mga nagsasell ng glass, ng mga construction materials. I even applied to a Catholic school in case, being Catholic myself would increase my chances of getting an interview. But no, unfortunately to no avail. But you know what? I still did it because what's the worst that could happen? They're gonna reject you. You'll have to learn to live with it. I mean, admittedly, at first, it was really difficult. The sting of rejection. Kasi not for anything else, I got my last 3 jobs from a recruiter who offered me the job. So, syempre, iba naman to. Hindi ko naman ini-expect that it's gonna happen like that here, right? But, I have to be honest to myself, it stung. Until it just became a thing. People would just reject you, and it's much better than not having any callback at all or not having any response from the recruiter at all. But I digress. Going back, cover letters really helped me. So I made sure na curated yung verbiage ng cover letters ko according to the skills, job requirements, and the responsibilities that the job post or the recruiter is looking for. So it was intentional, it was deliberate. I made sure that is this really something that I want to do? Is this something that I have done before? I really put a lot of thought sa mga cover letters ko and resumes ko. Before, I used to just blast the same resume over and over again, but then it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. What the game changer was, I got my cover letters intact and made sure that all of the keywords were there. I highlighted my transferable skills. As a digital marketing manager, you're more overarching strategy, you're more not so much on the execution a lot. Of course, since I have experience naman from my earlier years in the Philippines that I used to do these things, I made sure that my cover letter communicated exactly just that. Oh, and I of course added some metrics, some results, yung mga kailangan talagang numero na makita nila. So that was really, really helpful as well. I always do that in my resumes, even back in the Philippines anyway. So as long as you're truthful, obviously. And when they ask you about this kind of result, you have the answer to prove that. You know how to explain how you got to that kind of result or achievement and whatnot. Then, finally, in April 2024, I landed my first job. It was a contract role with a healthcare company as a digital marketing manager. It was so surreal, honestly. I didn't expect a global healthcare company. They were doing ultrasounds. So I got my contract role as a digital marketing manager, and at first it was so surreal. I even cried. I cried because of happiness, obviously. When you do something, when you're very, very committed and you've worked hard to get something, parang sometimes you wouldn't believe na you're gonna get it. Parang ganon. I don't know, for some reason may ganon akong feeling. But it was a really happy moment for me and my mom and my family. That was just the perfect opportunity for me to really see how corporate America looks like. But anyway, I'm gonna talk more about the hiring process. So they asked for yung medical, tapos my background check, tsaka ID verification. So I worked with a recruiter on this one. That was a really great experience for me kasi nakita daw nila yung profile ko sa Indeed. And then, the recruiter just set up a schedule with me, and then he called me up. And then when he called me up, he asked for like the last 4 digits of my social security. And at first, I was kind of hesitant kasi is this really the standard process? It also helped that right before that, I made sure na yung recruitment company who contacted me for the job was legit. So I would look for their company name. It's either on Reddit, or Google ko sila kasi hello, kung makikipag-usap ka sa recruiter, you are going to give sensitive information. So really make sure that these people are legit kasi baka ma-scam ka lang. Because honestly, there are a lot of scams right now. Ang daming nagte-text, ang daming nag-email, and akala mo legit talaga. So just be very careful. You assess talaga if these are the right people you are giving out information to. Regarding the requirements, they ask for my medical clearances, background check, and ID verification. So sa medical clearance, hindi na ako nag-go through. That was good. And then, yung natagalan lang yung background verification. Akala ko nga, hindi na matutuloy kasi syempre that means that they have to get my records, right? From the Philippines pa, and I thought that was going to be a cumbersome process. But I just gave them yung mga certificate of employments ko from, I think, the last 3 employers or the last 2 employers. And I did get in touch with the HR from my previous companies in the Philippines, and they said they got an email and they got a call and they answered it. So don't burn bridges with the people you worked with from your previous companies, para come the time that you would need them for background verification and stuff like that, they could help you. And I'm eternally grateful for the people back in the Philippines who helped make this happen for me. Sa background verification, they gave me a portal where I can find kung kamusta yung process ng verification ko. And I gave them my green card as a way to signify that I am legally allowed to work here in the United States. So there are a couple of things that I've learned also when you're in a contract job. A lot of contract jobs can range from like 3 months, 12 months, and there's an opportunity for you to get absorbed full-time. On my end, I initially worked for like 6 months, but then I got extended for another month. And my boss, very nice lady, my God, she's amazing. She wanted to absorb me as a full-time employee. But at the time, wala pang role na available sa sarili niyang team. So what she did was she sent my resume to like several other teams there. But in the process of also preparing for my next career journey, I was also actively looking for opportunities. And a timing lang that I got a job offer during that time. So blessing talaga. So full-time job to. So I just told my employer that I got accepted in another company as a full-time employee, but thank you for all of the things that you've done for me, sharing my resume to some other teams. Also, I wanted the contract to end as well because I went home to the Philippines, got a lot of things sorted out, and I went back to my new job as a full-time employee. So before I flew home to the Philippines for a quick break, I was offered the full-time role at an engineering firm as a marketing manager. I started in November 2024, and this time the background check was much simpler because I already have worked in the US. They just ran my social security, tapos I just gave them my green card to verify my identity and work eligibility. Side tip, for background checks in the US, it usually includes identity verification, mga criminal history, education, or employment checks, and it may take a few days to a couple of weeks. So again, it's important to communicate with your past employers, yung mga HR doon. Keep your records clean, don't do anything bad, but it's not going to stop you from getting the job of your dreams. So here's what I learned during this whole job seeking process. Get your legal documents first. Okay, it's very important, especially your green card, social security, tsaka yung driver's license mo. Okay rin naman yung mga transpo dito, yung mga kung magko-commute ka, that's totally fine. That's totally up to you. But typically, in all walks of life, when they have a job, nag-auto talaga sila. Invest in your resume and your cover letter. Invest time on your resume and your cover letter. Mag-practice kayo ng interview. Don't be afraid to connect with recruiters on LinkedIn. Be proactive. Reach out to them. Message them. That's what I did. Oo, kasi bakit ka mahihiya, di ba? All you have to do is just ask. And celebrate every wins, even small ones. If you're currently job hunting, I see you. Napagdaanan ko yun. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But with patience, preparation, and persistence, you'll get there. Let me know in the comments, where are you in your job search? Maybe we can help each other out. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like or subscribe to Cyra's Life Vlogs and share this with a friend who's also figuring out life here in the US. See you on the next one. Bye! Don't forget to
subscribe to my channel.